Hey there everybody, welcome to Trial Asher Gaming. We are back with Digimon card game sealed. Episode number 10, we made it to double digits, guys. Now, last week things didn't go so hot for us, but that's okay. That is okay. We may have gone 0-3, but allows us to craft a card for our worst deck and getting yellow memory boost. But because this episode we are playing the purple deck instead of yellow hybrid, purple Beelzemon instead of yellow hybrid, we are in a situation where we could win a match or two. All three would be insane, but let's not jump ahead. And we're in a pretty good position with the purple deck, in all honesty. When it comes down to it, the yellow deck is just so much weaker and are missing so many more cards than the purple deck. But that's because the advanced deck for Beelzemon gave us like 90% of the cards we need. So at this point, getting a yellow memory boost whenever it arrives. Next episode will obviously be the yellow deck. If anything happens and the card's not shipped out, we are guaranteed it will come. But because this episode we aren't using the yellow hybrid deck, I thought let's begin recording before that card even arrives because we don't need it this episode. So guys, I actually want to talk about, well, the deck list situation for purple. I don't know. Is situation too big of a word for something that actually isn't wrong? No, I don't think it is. So, that delay scared me for a sec. You see here the deck. So, Digimon deck, Yamon, Pokemon, that's done. For our level 3s, our little rookies here, when it comes down to it, guys, we're in a good position. We have the EX2 Itmon already. We have this advanced deck Itmon, all four of them. We have the BT2 Itmon. We have the X antibody. We're missing the BT6. We're using that weird little promo one. But because BTX6 Double Diamond is a pack or a set that we'll be opening for yellow hybrid, no reason to open it today. Then we move to our champions, Wizardmon X antibody, Winchmon. We had those. Champions are done. Now, moving to ultimates. Balmon, we got obviously in the advanced deck. We're good. We only need 3 of them. We're running 4 currently because we have no BT10 Balmons. This is also in the same set with Venusmon, the other cards we need for yellow hybrid. So again, why open it now when we should probably be opening it in the yellow? Of course, here we might open it once we run out of the other cards, but we're missing some important cards. We have 0 of this EX2 Beelzemon, which is so key. Now, I was debating what's more important, this Beelzemon that we need 3 of, or Beelzemon X antibody, which we need 2 of. Well, without spoiling the packs today, the EX2 Beelzemon is much more important. We have 0 out of them, we need 3. Kind of know what set we're opening today. We only get 7 packs though. Beelzemon, the advanced deck, we have it. Obviously, we have no X antibody, and we have 1 memory for blast mode. But when it comes to Beelzemon blast mode, because we don't have X antibody, we're running 2 more to substitute, even though that's not the correct term. And then Tamers, Iron Mako, got all those. Death Stinger, Barrage, 7-foot cluster, we're good. So in all actuality, we are missing what? 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards. And if we can pull one of these today, that brings it down. Not to mention, when we look at this guy is what? An uncommon? Yeah. So in BT6, an uncommon, we should easily get it the first time we open the set. If not, maybe the second time, depending on number of packs. That shouldn't be that big of a scare. Balmon is another one that is a common in BT10. Should be pretty easy to pull these guys. Not too concerning. When it comes to Beelzemon antibody, I mean, look at this. It is a SR, right? My screen go black for a second. That was weird. Anyways, it is an SR. We are not guaranteed to pull it, but we need 3 of them. And then if we talk about this guy, he's also an SR. Again, not guaranteed to pull him. So these 2 are the big ones I think we need to chase here on this end and now. And the EX2 Beelzemon is much more important. So guys, with all that information thrown at you, let's get to the pack opening and open up some EX2. Losing all 3 episodes means that we got to craft a card, and we only get 7 packs this episode. So, Digital Hazard is the answer. We need that Beelzemon. Alright guys, let's pop into it. There's no reason to wait. The last card is probably the most important. Hoping to get a Beelzemon, but let's see what else we get. Mephistomon, Ground Locomon, Gargomon, Digivolution Plugin S, Ice Devimon, ADR Pendulum Feet, for those feet lovers out there, Optimizer, Caesarmon. Okay, we're into the uncommons. Digimon, Parasitemon, our rarest Marine Angemon, and we get, a beautiful card, an SR Sakuyamon. That's an SR slot gone right there, guys. That's a tough one. Cool card, but unless we're trading it, it's not that useful. Andromon, Cubimon, Locomon, High Speed Plug-in D, Creep Hands for those hand lovers, Horn Striker for those horn lovers, Offensive Plug-in A, Searcher, and we are obviously in the uncommon, Xiaomon and Kazu Shioda. Henry Wrongs are rare, and EX2 Impmon is the rare. Man, this card looks familiar. Like, only if we've seen it somewhere. Okay, well, if only it would come back. It won't, though. Too powerful. Alright, next pack. Digimon, Lotmon, look how adorable. Growlmon, Gorellamon, Bubbles, Plugin S. Oh, the feet lovers are back. Caesarmon. Then Viximon starts our uncommon with Taomon. And Tillamons are rare with Rio. Not really who we want to see. It's bummer that we got an SR, but it's not what we need. Although I do love Sakuyamon, and that artwork is very awesome. I do know trading stuff will be tough, guys. If you are interested in trades, let me know down below. But yeah, Strikemon, Mephistomon, Ground Locomon, Creep Hands, Hand Lover back, Libermon, Plotty's Head, Head Lovers. Oh, that's Fist of the Beast King. For those who like fisting. Oh, I should have Gatekeeper. No, let's look at Gummymon and pretend I didn't say that. Fireball, Reaper, and Gilmon. Okay. Well, we got at least an SR. Just not the SR we wanted. We have Gargomon, Andromon, Cubimon, Ice Devimon, Optimizer, Plug-in D, getting that D plugged in. I gotta stop. People who love horns, Plug-in A. Reapermon is the uncommon. What am I doing? Alice McCoy, Blue Card, and Megadramon. Guys. So we've gotten 2 SRs. At least this one's purple. We're getting closer. Can I please? Just, let's get a 3rd SR. And let's have it be full purple. And let it be Beelzemon. Locomon, Devitramon, Lotmon, Pilates Head, Bubbles, Devimon, Caesarmon, Horn Striker. So we have Green Rapidmon, Kato, Cyberdramon, and Dobermon. Last pack. Man. To get 2 SRs is kind of cool, but it's also like, Cubimon, Locomon, Devitramon, Creep Hands, Horn Striker. Plug-in A, Searcher, Gorellamon. Uncommon is Xiaomon. We have Kazu, Takato. Are you kidding me? Gallantmon Crimson Mode. That's what, like the secret or whatever it's called? That card is ridiculously cool. There's a weird texture on it, but it's so cool. These are our pulls, guys. We pulled some awesome stuff, but not the Beelzemon we're looking for. If you're interested in trading for any of the cards I have pulled here or in previous episodes, let me know down in the comments down below, and we can try to work out a trade or something, guys. But yeah, Megadramon, Sakuyamon, and Gallantmon Crimson Mode. Those are some pretty cool pulls, guys, but we know the deck list isn't really going to change, but we'll go over it anyways. Time for the deck profile. Hasn't really changed the last time, guys. Got the Yabon and the one little Pokemon. What can I say? This is done. We will not see this change at all. Now, let's actually go over the cards in a different order than we usually do. We are going to go over things in order of what we have. So, obviously, EX2, I love this artwork. If I got the we got the other EX2 one, but I do like this artwork, although part of me is debating if I want to change it. But for now, we'll keep this. Only if there was more than one, but we are limited to one. We then have, obviously, the Impmons. From the advanced deck, we have the BT2 Impmons for those, and the X antibodies. Now, obviously, we are missing one other Impmon, but he will pop up later in the deck profile. And the biggest reason I'm doing it in this order is this means we are so close to being done. And even though I said it earlier, one rookie away. Can you believe that? This pile of cards right here, we are just one rookie away. Now, going to the champions, this one is a little bit more, well, easy to go over. Oh, look, Wizardmons. Oh, look, X-Antibody Wizardmons. And a Witchmon. The champions are done. We don't need to go look for else. You know, we're good here. We don't need anyone else in the champion slot. So, boom. That's done. We know that search is done. Now, here, this will look a little weird to just see it like this, because there is one more in this deck. These are the 3 Balmon we have from the final deck list. These are done, locked into place. Now, going over the, well, they're not in the same pile. Our Megas in this case are level 6 Beelzemon. Only got the one from the advanced deck that we need from our final build. And then we have the one Blast Mode, the level 7 on deck list. When it comes down to the Tamers, I and Mako, we have the 4. You don't need anything else. That's done. And again, same thing here with like the champions and stuff. That part's done. When it comes to the options, we also know that part's done. We have the 4 Death Singer. We have the 4 Rivals Barrage. And the 7th Full Cluster. That's done. We don't need to worry about option cards. We don't need to worry about champions. We don't need to worry about the Digitama or the Egg deck. Now, these are the cards filling in. So at the rookie slot, we have this promo Impmon. This is actually supposed to be the BT6 Impmon. But until we open BT6, we'll rock him. We have a Balmon left over. Now, this Balmon, as well as this X-Antibody Balmon, these two are actually supposed to be Balmon from BT10. But, you know, until then. I'm also rocking 2 Beal Starmon, but in actuality, these are supposed to be 2 more of those Balmons. But for now, rocking Beal Starmon instead. And then, instead of the Beelzemon that we need so desperately, we're rocking 1 more advanced deck and 2 BT2 ones. Honestly, I'd much rather wish these were the EX2, but didn't pull one today. Gotta keep pushing. And then we have 2 more Blast Mode, and these 2 are obviously substituting for the X-Antibody version. So this is the deck profile, guys. It's not bad. It has 1 matches. It just depends on our luck of our draw, because if we get a deck that is designed to beat this thing, or is even a better version of it, we could lose depending on what is drawn, what our opponent's hand is, you know, those circumstances. But this should put up a better fight than the Yellow Hybrid. Only way to find out. Let's get to those matches. It's time for the matches, guys. Now, I want to be honest, these matches are not going to be particularly what you want to see, but I felt it was irresponsible to re-record, because just like in a tournament setting, or just like if I did these matches IRL, there is no turning back once a mistake is made or if you get an opponent. Now, honestly, I don't think the hands in these 3 matches were good. And you can tell by the length of the episode and, you know, get that feeling that this isn't a long one, exceptionally. So here you can kind of see I shouldn't have played that. I kind of just shaken off rust. Unlike the Yellow Hybrid, which I spent time playing, I thought, oh, I'll get straight into the game and I'll immediately get, you know, muscle memory playing this deck. No. And I realized early on I was just screwed. Like, they had such an advantage. Looking at my hand, I was like, okay, if I don't misplay or, you know, I don't be stupid, I'm thinking, okay, well, we can play somewhat smart here. I was thinking about, okay, building up a big Digimon, in the area and in the egg area and being safe. And, it was like, okay, for next turn, I was trying to be smart and like overly plan ahead with stuff. And it was just one of those things where I was just like, I think slightly overthinking, slightly underplaying. And I don't feel like everything I was doing was very optimal. I have a bunch of level 6s in my hand. They're clogging up. I need to start changing stuff about this deck big time because it is just not clicking. But at this point, I'm thinking they're going to swarm me. I have 4 shields left. I'm like, if I cannot kill them legitimately, I decided not to bring anything back, by the way, because he has a card that literally allows him to bring one back too. At this point, I'm thinking unless I can make a big play or something happen, I am pretty much dead. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, we're just going to have to go big, hope to hit something, gain effects, set 1, trash 3, hope to gain a bunch of memory, hope to get Beelzemon. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, what do I do here? And I'm kind of wishing I had the other Beelzemon at this point, gotta be honest. But, at this point, I'm thinking, okay, we will trash top 3. Hopefully, we can get enough memory to bring it back to 0. We don't. I surrender because we straight up lose. So at this point, I'm mulliganing my hand in the second round match, and it's just like, what the hell is this hand? And I'm thinking, I've lost. I've straight up lost. I'm already in this mindset. This hand is so bad. I can't play anything. And it's like I have to give them 3 or I have to give them 5. I might as well play something and give them 5. And I've never played against Reaper before, but at this point I'm thinking this isn't good. I was like, okay, Itmon comes in, kind of saves the day. And at this point I'm wondering, what do I do? I, go into Balmon, hope to discard some cards, trash them, gain some memory back, try to put them on a clock, try to be smart. And I'm thinking, okay, I got Beelzemon. I know what, I got Beelstarmon. I said Beelzemon. I could go into a 6. I have plays. I have Impmon. I'm not in the worst position in the world. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, I'll go Beelstarmon. You see me reading and thinking. And then I look, I go, oh, okay. So first we'll swing in, get, top 3 trash, gain some memory. I'm thinking, I have Beelzemon. And I drag it, and it summons it. At this point, I am livid. I literally dragged it onto the card. And I was like, do I surrender? I was like, you know what? I don't want to fucking play this game. I'm just going to surrender. I dragged it literally to the card. And it decided, no, you can't Digivolve. Screw you. I hope you lose. Okay, I lost. I surrendered. So at this point, I just decided to play the third match. And I'm going into this livid following the other one. These were all played back to back to back. And I was debating about re-recording them, guys. That's why this episode maybe took an extra day longer or 2 than it should have. Plus also some other videos are kind of primed to come out before. Either way, at this point, I'm livid. I'm thinking one stupid misclick. It doesn't let me Digivolve. If I Digivolved, I could have popped. There was a chance for me to stay ahead in the game. Instead, I get nothing there. And I'm thinking, okay, well, at this point, I don't care what happens. And in this game, I'm just clicking buttons. I really, am not really getting much luck. I'm trying to Digivolve. I'm trying to climb. But, sometimes when the opponent has your number, your opponent has the number. And I know this series is going to struggle to get views. And I'm saying now, I know people are going to see a weak purple Beelzemon deck and yellow hybrid, something that isn't usable anymore, really. And a player who hasn't really gotten to play much, and probably will ignore it, and I can't blame them. But as of right now, this simulator has, it's cool, but there definitely needs to be some things fixed, because I literally dragged the card onto it. There's no reason it should have snapped to the left. If anything, I dragged it to the right of the card. It should have been placed on the right. Either way, at this point, I have next to no confidence. And I see I'm down to 2. And at this point, I'm looking through my hand. I'm thinking, what am I going to do here? And at this point, I already have it in my mind. I know I'm going to surrender. I have no chance to win. At this point, I'm thinking, well, there's only one thing I can do. see if I can't climb, get a bunch of stuff in. And I'm thinking, you know what? I don't even have a level 4. I'm literally doomed. So I bring one back thinking, oh, okay, maybe next turn. No, there's no need to wait till next turn. I've lost. We're done. We go 0-3 this episode again. Episode 10 did not go the way I intended. It is realistic that occasionally at a locals experience or in a card game, setting, you will have a match or things that fluster you before or during that can cause you to throw matches. Now, DCGO, it's a wonderful system, and I thank it so much for making things easier and quicker to get out episodes. But I do also have to state that I know that because it is a work in progress, sometimes things will be a little weird, won't load right. And so there was quite a bit of an issue getting it loaded for some reason. It wasn't really working. I had to do everything over again, and hey, it worked, so no issues there. But that all kind of got me a little flustered. In the first match, just completely misclicked, misplayed, had a bad hand, and I just kind of really got flustered then in the second match when I went to go drag, directly on top to Digivolve, and the game instead decided to summon it normally and not Digivolve it. And because it played it and not Digivolved it, I didn't get the effects, and at that point, I was so frustrated. I scooped, and at the third one, I knew I was so frustrated that it just kind of bowled over. So we went 0-3. Now, I am going to take because we go 0-3, we are able to buy one card from the deck, and we obviously have the deck in front of you. We'll talk about which card. But I felt this was unfair to Purple Beelzemon. It felt unfair because I should have taken a break and not just waited for stuff to download and then immediately jump in and start recording because I was already tired. It's late. Those are excuses, but it's true. And those things negatively impacted this episode. So we're going to run it back. Next episode, we will be using Purple Beelzemon again. We'll be opening some packs. Only 7, though, because obviously we lost all 3. But we do get a insane single card purchase. But what card did we get? Well, looking at the deck, guys, Yamon got it. Pokemon got it. We're missing a BT6 Hitmon, but BT6 is a set that we will be needing for a yellow hybrid. So why buy the single when we're probably going to pull an uncommon? Yeah, an uncommon from that set. We already have the X2 Hitmon. We've actually pulled one today with the other this art, actually. Because the other one we have is from the SD14, the advanced deck. We obviously have all these Hitmons. We have these Hitmons. We have the X-Antibody Hitmons. We have the Wizardmon. We have the Wizardmon X-Antibodies. We have the Witchmon. And then we come down to our Ultimates. Balmon, we have 3. We actually have a 4th in deck temporarily. Then when we go look at this Balmon from BT10, well, BT10 is another set we need for Yellow Hybrid. And this card is a common. This card should be so easy to pull. Why buy any of them when we should be opening that product up pretty soon? So, there's 2 other cards along this row that are must-haves. Beelzemon from EX2. Now, this card is essential. We need 3 of them. We have 0. And you know what? That's important. The other one, we already obviously have the advanced deck Beelzemon right here. But Beelzemon X Antibody. Now, while we're using Blast Modes, Blast Mode can substitute for this card in a way, but not really a way, because these are a level 6 compared to this one down here that is level 7. So that's an indirect comparison. Now, I decided, obviously we have all the Iron Mako, we have the Deathslinger, we have the Rouse Barrage, we have 7-Volt Cluster, this is all done. We're missing 1 Hitmon. We're going to be pulling it probably anyways. Same with these Balmons. It was between Beelzemon EX2 and Beelzemon X Antibody. I decided because we only need 2 of these, and they are a super rare, and this Beelzemon is also a super rare, but we need 3 of them, we will add EX2 Beelzemon. Now, I have ordered the card already, and it is on its way. It will not be here in time for the next episode, so we will be playing without it. I promise you we will open some EX2 in hopes to pull it. Or maybe we'll go for X Antibody. Maybe we'll do a couple packs of each. But I do want to note something. When I was looking up this card online, the EX2 card, I realized that, well, I saw one for $6. That's not a bad price in my opinion. I saw X Antibody for about $6. I saw a Beelzemon with winter golden text on the side from, I guess, the advanced deck pre-release. It was only like $5. I don't get why a EX2 Beelzemon with the winter golden text would be cheaper than the regular. Unless there's something weird. So I bought that one. So we're going to get a winter one to make myself feel better. And I'm not lying. That is literally one I ordered. It was cheaper though. Like, why wouldn't I go for the cheaper option? Not to mention it has golden text on it. And I love golden text. That is one thing about the rares I do miss, is I still wish some of the rares still had the golden text and the holo, because I love that golden border. You know what I'm talking about? But I understand it's not everybody's forte. But yeah, we will add EX2 Beelzemon. He probably won't be here for next episode because I'm going to be filming it right now. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. But I'm sorry for this episode. Let me know if you've ever been flustered like I was. And hopefully you guys are enjoying Digimon card game sealed. Next, hopefully we can rebound next episode and, you know, make this deck feel like it's a winner like it should be. And hopefully I piled it with, you know, some competence. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and until next time, guys, tag out. I want to give a special thank you to all my Patreon members. Urza and Scott, you're amazing. If you guys want to check out Patreon and join it to get a shout out at the end, check Patreon down in the link to the description below. And you can also, like Scott did, make me re-record this.